Hey everyone, I hope you guys had a great weekend. I know I sure did. Me and the family, we took a trip to Paris this weekend, and it's our second trip, and this time we decided to take our daughter because it was her birthday last weekend. So we did all the touristy things this weekend. So we went and saw the Eiffel Tower. If you follow me on Instagram, I think I posted a million pictures from the miniature Statue of Liberty, which looks just as amazing as the Statue of Liberty in New York, to the Eiffel Tower, to all the museums. We even got a chance to see some of the Tour de France. There was just so much going on this weekend. It was definitely a amazing experience. We had a little bit of some, let's call it an adventure getting there with the traffic. We were driving to the train station. We decided to take a train into Paris instead of driving to Paris this time. So we were taking the car to the train station to obviously get on the train to ride it into Paris. Well, there's a soccer game going on at the same time that we needed to get to the train station, so the traffic was backed up at the soccer stadium, and so we were driving an X5, BMW X5 is a loaner from the dealership. And so it has you keep the key in your purse or in your pocket or whatever. You never really have to put the key in to start it up. So we're sitting in traffic, and the train station is on our left and the stadium is on our right. And we had less than 15 minutes to get inside the train station, to get on the train. Or we were going to miss our train to Paris. So my husband was like, get out the car, take Caitlin, go get on the train and I'll park the car. Well, we were in such a hurry. I got out of the car with the key in my purse, got on the train without my husband with the key in my purse, headed to Paris as he's stuck in a parking lot in Germany, trying to figure out what to do. Thank gosh that, one of our great friends works at the dealership, came, rescued my husband, took the car back to the dealership. He was able to get another train ticket to Paris. So he came about an hour and a half, 2 hours after we had made it to Paris. So we just kind of hung at the train station until he got there. And then we decided to take the metro all the way to our hotel. That in itself was another fiasco, trying to figure out, you don't speak French, where to go, what train to get on, where to get off. Oh my gosh. But it was all part of the experience, and we ended up getting to the hotel, plenty of time to grab a great dinner and enjoy the rest of the weekend. I can tell you though that France or Paris has Uber, so we decided to take the Uber from the hotel back to the train station when we left yesterday. Way easier, way less anxiety for myself, and we definitely all got on the train this time together as a family and made it back to Germany all together with our vehicle, and everything worked out just fine. So it was a great weekend. So if you get a chance, if you're ever over here or you get a chance to plan a trip to Paris, please do so. It was such a surreal experience. There's so much to see. We will probably take another few trips before we leave, just to be able to check out all the sites. We walked so much in one day that we didn't even see a quarter of what there is to see in Paris. So it was definitely an amazing experience. So if you get a chance to do that, please do. Other than that, I think today I just want to do a quick video. I know my last video was just basically telling you who I am, what my goal is for this channel, and a little bit about myself. And I didn't want to give you too much because I figured, hey, I am going to be hopefully posting at least 1 or 2 videos a week, depending on my work schedule and how much I can pump out. And I don't know what you guys want to hear from me from. This is, only video number 2, so you really haven't heard a lot from me. But today I think I just want to cover, just some of the products that I use with Rodan & Fields, just the baseline products. I get asked from some of my customers all the time, hey, which products do you use? Can you use this one with that one? Just basic stuff. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with the products themselves. breaking them down. I'll do that later. I'll do individual videos where I break down the products and kind of give you the ins and outs of them. But I think just for today, I'm just going to do a brief run through of my normal routine with my products that I like. There hasn't been a product yet that I've tried that I have not loved, and I'm being honest. And I've tried a lot of products over the years because I've had a lot of skin issues. I had really, really bad acne when I was in high school. I had the cystic acne, and it was definitely tough going through school with the cystic acne. If anybody out there has ever had it, I can relate with that, though it has left scars on my face that have kind of, it still kind of gets to you. It's like, it hits your self-esteem a little bit because you can still see the scarring, and it's kind of never going to go away. But with these products and some of the products that I have used, it has minimized it, and I am hopeful that with consistency over the next year or so, they're going to fade even more. So just the overall quality of my skin has greatly improved since I've used it. So enough about me right now. Let me go ahead and jump in and break down some of these products that I have. So at night, and what I first started using when I first decided to try this company, I started with the Redefine line. So the Redefine line looks like this. It's going to be the blue, pretty much the blue line, right? So there's like 4 different colors. There's blue, there's yellow, there's green and purple. So Redefine is blue. So Redefine is pretty much your anti-wrinkle. It's going to shrink your pores. It's the one that typically most all the ladies are going for. Obviously, you want to stop the signs of aging. So your Redefine line is gonna, it's gonna help with that. So you start with the daily mask. So you wet your fingers and you put it on a dry face. Obviously, take your makeup off first with whatever makeup remover that you use, and you leave it on for about 2 minutes. So while this sets on my face, it's like a white mask. I'll brush my teeth or whatever I've got going on. So leave that on for about 2 minutes, and then you wash it off, and it definitely leaves your skin smooth, and it brightens it like right after you rinse it off. You can definitely see a difference in the quality of your skin right when you take it off. So after that, then I'll follow it up with step number 2, which is the toner. So obviously, I use the Rodan and Fields gauze pads, which are great. I don't think I'm going to use a drugstore brand anymore, but I love the gauze pads. So I go ahead and I, put the toner on all over my face. And if it's an easy night, I call it my easy night, then what I will do after I put the toner on is I will follow it up with the active hydration serum. My skin is super, super dry. That runs in my family. It doesn't matter if it's our hands, our elbows, my face, you name it, my skin is so extremely dry. So I was, I wear like a full coverage, I like a full coverage foundation. So I would put the foundation on and might have dry patches on my nose, and I'd have it on my forehead. And I couldn't ever get a good flawless look on my face. And I always thought it was the foundation. Well, obviously it's not just the foundation, it's the quality of your skin as well. Ever since I've been using this active hydration serum, I have not had an issue. There's no patchiness on my skin. My foundation goes on flawless. It is amazing what this stuff does. So this is this right here is not going anywhere in my regimen. So every night after I use the toner, I'll put on the active hydration serum, and then after that, there's you get 2 different moisturizers with this regimen. You get one for the AM, right, and you get one for the PM. Obviously, if it's at night, I'm going to put the PM on, and if it's during the day, I'll skip the active hydration, and then I'll just put the AM on, and then ready to go out the door. So that's on a you can't forget the eyes. So after that, I'll put my lash boost on, let it sit for a little bit, and then after I put my lash boost on, then I'll follow it up with the Bright Eye, which is going to eliminate any puffiness you have under your eyes or any dark circles. And I have dark circles. This is definitely, I'm going to be honest, hasn't got rid of my dark circles, but it has minimized them to where I don't need, I can go outside with no makeup on, without having to worry about concealer, which is the big thing for me. So bright eye and then multifunction. Amazing. Let me tell you. I have my grandmother's eyes. Love my grandmother to death, but I have her eyes, and so I got really bad wrinkles like right under the lower lash line of my eyes and a little bit right on the corner. So any girls out there trying to do that little cute under eye eyeshadow thing going on, I couldn't do it because it would just sit in the creases of my eye and the wrinkles, and it wasn't cute. Wasn't cute at all. So I couldn't pull that off. This is a must-have because now I can. It definitely smooths out the wrinkles under my eyes. It's got rid of any kind of signs of crow's feet, and my under eyes are so much smoother. And if you're trying to do a highlight or concealer or whatever your preference is for your under eye, this definitely makes it a lot easier to put that, to put on whatever under eye treatment or under eye makeup you've got going on. You know what I'm talking about. So that is my easy night. If I was to do my longer night, then after my toner, then I will jump in there with my AMP MD roller. So my AMP MD roller, if anybody's ever heard of the derma rollers, if you've done any research on, online, if you YouTube it or Google it, so it's pretty much a little roller that has little needles, and you rub them, you roll it on your face. You don't just go to town. There is a method to the rolling. And what it does is it pokes little holes throughout your skin, and that's how you stimulate the collagen growth. So slapping on a crap ton of cream on your face is not going to get collagen reproduction back into your face, okay? So anytime that you have like a cut or a scrape or whatever, how does it heal? Right? It produces collagen and it helps heal the wound. Same thing, same concept with the AMP MD. I can tell you that I had, I don't even know what that's called right here. It was like a frown line, permanent. Like I was seriously gonna get Botox when I got back from my deployment because I hated it. This bad boy solved it. So this, combined with the intensive renewing serum, wonders. No Botox for this girl. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It got rid of it, and I constantly make sure that obviously I get between my eyes every time I roll, and then the serum I make sure I get a lot right there, and then any other areas that I have wrinkles. So my focus area was right here, in between my eyes, and then my laugh lines. So a lot of that has like drastically died down. And to some people, they were like, oh girl, you ain't got wrinkles. But we always see more, on ourselves than anybody else does. But I can tell you, lifesaver. I love that thing. That is another thing in this regimen that is not going anywhere in my normal routine. So I'll normally switch out between one night is an easy night, and then the next night is the AMP MD roller. So I kind of alternate it. And then every now and then, once or twice a week, I'll throw in the microdermabrasion paste. Wonders. Smells so good. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's so much in here. Can you see it? So much in here, and it lasts forever. This stuff, I'm a lifter, right? I'm a lifter. I love to lift, but my hands do not feel like very feminine. My husband hates to hold my hand because they don't feel very feminine. But when I use this microderm paste and I rub it on my hands for a little bit, any calluses that I get from lifting, gone. Hands, super smooth. You can use this stuff on your elbows, on your knees, on your heels. If you're gonna put on a tan, like a self-tanner, this will help exfoliate your skin to where your tan will go on a lot smoother. And it lasts forever, and it smells so good. You'd be crazy not to want some of that. But okay, so I know that was pretty long. That's my night routine. I kind of get excited when I get to wash my face at night because I get to go through all this awesome stuff, because I see a change in my skin. And any other products that I've used, whether it's over the counter, most of them are over the counter, Clinique, your Estee Lauder, your whatever your department store, or from Sephora to Ulta, you name it, I probably bought it and threw it away, because this is where your money needs to be. This is where you get the best results. So that's all at night. So in the morning, sometimes I'll just do the redefine in the morning, but on other mornings I switch it up and I throw in the reverse. Okay, so if you have any sun damage, freckles, dark spots, if you want to brighten up the tone of your face, then you want to use the reverse. This stuff is awesome. You could definitely see a difference in, like, within the first 2 uses of this, that your skin is just so much more brighter. So I'll start with this. It's just pretty much an exfoliant scrub, and go to town, exfoliate your skin, and then after that, of course, you have to follow it up with your toner. Always following it with your toner, step number 2. And then with this one, you've got 2 little baby bottles. One is your active brightening complex, and one is your one is vitamin C. Get it together, Jamie. Read. One is vitamin C, and one is retinol. Okay. So what you'll do is you can use 2 fingers, or you can do it on the back of your hand. I'm finding that if I do them on the back of my hand, the actual back of my hands are lightening up, and I think I've almost faded an actual birthmark on the back of my hand. So I have to switch up the back of my hand so one's not lighter than the other. But you put like a pea size amount of one on your hand or on your finger, and then a pea size amount of the other one on your hand, and you mix them together and then rub them all over your face. So this is what's going to lighten up the complexion of your skin. So you'll put that on, and then it comes with a SPF 50 sunscreen, which I carry in my purse, which is not in here, and I'm not going to run out there and go get it. But you can follow it up with that SPF 50, obviously, because you're using the reverse to get rid of sun damage. So you don't want to get more sun damage while you're using, the product. So you want to follow it up with a good sunscreen. And all of these products, all the moisturizers have at least SPF 30 or up in them. So you're getting a good quality, foundational moisturizer on your face, or sunscreen, if you will. And I would find that over the counter, like a generic facial sunscreen would always break me out, and my skin would be oily. Not with this stuff, for me anyway. And I know everybody is different. So yeah, that's pretty much what I use. That's the regimen that I use right now. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comment box. Follow me on YouTube. Obviously subscribe, like the video. You can follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm getting a little bit better at kind of trying to stay active more on Instagram and Facebook. So if you'll follow me there, you can get more information on more of these products, how to get them, and you can leave me comments in all 3 places, and I will get back to you as soon as I read them. I am hoping that my next video is going to be a breakdown of 1 or 2 chapters of this awesome book called Girl Wash Your Face. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. We'll cover it, and then I'm pretty sure I'll break down a few more of the products. But thanks for your time, and as always, stay humble, stay hungry, and always hustle.